Hi there. Today we're going to look at Mortal Shield by Thomas Taylor, which is a book really about bodyguarding or VIP protection. So just as an overview, we have a group of domestic religious extremists who are plotting a major attack, and they're going through the rehearsals and they carry out a sort of proving attack by killing some police officers. And in Missouri, a new governor is just being elected, sworn in, and after this ceremony, a protester puts a pie in his face, and this leads to the removal of his detail team leader, Lieutenant Simon Goodwin, who's moved to a different job in the police, and he's replaced by a chap who's much more pliable to the powers that be. And the governor and his wife are particularly slimy. She is conniving, egotistical, hates her protection. In other words, a Hillary Clinton character. And they make the job of protection very, very difficult. So there's a conference of governors and the terrorists attack, and Simon Godwin manages to come in and save the day. So that's the basic plot. But within that, there's a lot to unpick in this book, and this book is one of my favorites. Thomas Taylor actually did that job. He rose through the ranks of the governor's security detail in Missouri to be the commander of the GSD, Governor's Security Division. And he has also worked for other entities in such places as Russia, India and Turkey. He's got wide experience. And one of the things that he is noted for, he was co-author of the book Just 2 Seconds with Gavin de Becker. I reviewed this book, and it is one of the most important training texts. It really sums up the role of the bodyguard or the protection officer at its most elemental, the most important qualities that you need. It's a must-read book in that field. So in Mortal Shield, we get a lot of the realities of political protection, where you're protecting slimy politicians, putting your life on the line while your superiors in the police force stab you in the back. As one guy famously said, one guy who was involved in the protection of political figures, I may take a bullet for him, but I wouldn't want to go for a drink with him. Because of his experience, Mr. Taylor has put in a lot of the drills, SOPs, and the limitations of such types of protection, to the point that this book is virtually a training manual. And I've recommended people read it from that, because there's a lot of the real job in it, albeit with a fictional plot. It does give you the realities. Most of the books about political protection have been about the Secret Service with its massive resources. This is obviously on a much more reduced scale, but nevertheless with a threat and a risk. And from that point of view, it's interesting both as a thriller, it works on that level very, very well, but also as a very informative book. And as I say, I've recommended it to a lot of people.